Once upon a time in the heart of the African savanna, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, there lay a village called Akua. It was a place where the air was sweet with the scent of blooming acacia trees, and the people lived in harmony with nature. But beneath the surface of this peaceful village, a sinister tale unfolded. A man named Pastor Okoro, with a charming smile and a silver tongue, had risen to prominence as a spiritual leader. He claimed to possess the power to heal the sick, bring prosperity to the poor, and guide the lost. But little did the villagers know, Pastor Okoro was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Pastor Okoro's charm and charisma drew in many young girls, who were eager to seek his guidance and wisdom. He promised them a closer connection with the divine, but his true intentions were far from holy. He began to manipulate and deceive the girls, using his power and influence to exploit them. One by one, 5 girls fell prey to Pastor Okoro's deceit. He impregnated them, claiming that the spirits had chosen them for a special purpose. The girls, filled with shame and fear, were forced to keep their pregnancies a secret. As the months passed, the village of Akua was plagued by strange occurrences. Crops withered and died, livestock fell ill, and the once peaceful villagers turned against each other in suspicion and anger. The elders of the village sensed that something was amiss, but they couldn't quite put their finger on it. A young girl named Akua, with a heart full of curiosity and a mind full of wonder, began to investigate the strange happenings. She noticed that the 5 girls who had been closest to Pastor Okoro were all with child, and a sinking feeling told her that something was terribly wrong. Akua's suspicions led her to confront Pastor Okoro, but he was too cunning, too manipulative. He twisted her words and turned the villagers against her, accusing her of spreading lies and causing division. But Akua refused to back down, knowing that the truth was on her side. As the villagers began to turn against each other, the very fabric of their community began to unravel. It was then that a wise old man, a respected elder named Kofi, stepped forward to reveal a shocking truth. Kofi, with a gentle yet firm tone, began to speak. "My dear people, I have known Pastor Okoro for many years, and I have seen the good work he has done in our community. But I have also seen the evil that lurks beneath his charming smile." The villagers listened intently as Kofi continued, "I have discovered that Pastor Okoro is not who he claims to be. He is a fraud, a fake pastor who has been using his power and influence to exploit our young girls." Gasps and murmurs filled the air as the villagers struggled to comprehend the truth. Akua's suspicions had been confirmed, and she felt a sense of vindication. With Kofi's revelation, the villagers turned on Pastor Okoro, demanding answers. But the fake pastor was not one to go down without a fight. He sneered and snarled, denying the accusations and trying to turn the tables on Kofi and Akua. "You are just jealous of my success," he spat. "You are trying to bring me down because you are envious of my power and influence." But the villagers were not fooled. They saw the truth in Kofi's words and the sincerity in Akua's determination. They banished Pastor Okoro from the village, forcing him to flee into the unknown. The village of Akua was left to pick up the pieces and heal from the wounds inflicted by Pastor Okoro's deceit. The 5 girls who had been impregnated by him were taken in by the community, and their children were raised with love and care. Akua, hailed as a hero for her bravery, continued to investigate the truth, determined to bring Pastor Okoro to justice. And Kofi, the wise old man, watched over the village, ensuring that the evil that had threatened to destroy them would never return. Akua's determination to bring Pastor Okoro to justice only grew stronger with each passing day. She spent countless hours gathering evidence, speaking with witnesses, and seeking out any information that could lead her to the fake pastor's whereabouts. One day, a tip from a traveling merchant led Akua to a small town several days' journey from Akua. She packed a small bag, said goodbye to her family and friends, and set off on the long journey. As she arrived in the town, Akua's instincts told her she was close. She could feel it in her bones. And then, she saw him, Pastor Okoro, standing on the street corner, preaching to a small crowd of unsuspecting villagers. Akua's heart raced as she approached him, her hand on the small knife she carried for protection. But as she got closer, she noticed something strange. Pastor Okoro's eyes seemed different. They were no longer the piercing, manipulative eyes she remembered. They were haunted. Pastor Okoro, she said, her voice firm but measured. You have a lot to answer for. The fake pastor looked at her with a mixture of fear and resignation. I know, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. I have done terrible things. But I am not the only one. Akua's curiosity was piqued. What do you mean? She asked, her grip on the knife tightening. And with that, Pastor Okoro began to tell a tale of deceit, corruption, and a conspiracy that went far beyond the village of Akoko. Akua, determined to bring Pastor Okoro to justice, spent countless hours gathering evidence and testimonies from the victims and their families. She faced many obstacles and challenges, but her resolve never wavered. Finally, after months of tireless work, Akua had enough evidence to take to the authorities. Pastor Okoro was arrested and put on trial for his crimes. The trial was a long and difficult one, but in the end, justice was served. Pastor Okoro was found guilty and sentenced to prison. Please like, comment and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.